You tell him! You tell him I'm coming! Tell him I'm fucking coming!
Straight out the Brooklyn basement. It's the GodMode Podcast. GodMode Podcast. GodMode Podcast. GodMode Podcast. GodMode Podcast.
Yo, welcome back, GodMode Podcast. New session, new time, new day, late night. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling or whatever. Got two of my Brooklyn people in the building. Brooklyn Bob, Brooklyn Pete. What's going on with y'all?
What's good?
Bob's falling asleep.
We're finally on.
The intro took way too long for him.
It's been 3 hours. We're finally on.
Say, yeah, man. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get us going, but once we get going, shit is lovely. So what's up, man? Talk to me. What's going on?
I know we got Pete the first time here, so let Pete do some talking. Go ahead, Pete.
Pete, what's good?
Pete's scared. He's nervous.
Yeah.
I am a little nervous.
It's his first time on one of these.
I just want to say thank you to Bob from Brooklyn and Boris the Blade.
From Brooklyn.
Boris the Blade from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I'm just glad to be here. And
well, thanks for doing this, man. We appreciate it.
No problem, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I know Bob could be a little intimidating at times, but
I'm used to Bob. Bob treats me good. He's a good dude.
I'm intimidating.
You get on the wrong side, you know, then you could be intimidated. But with me and him, we good.
Yeah. Well, we gonna see right now.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna share this out with our podcast groups real quick. Get us out across the air, and we'll see what happens, man.
I got a question.
Talk to us.
How long do you think it's going to be until someone gets to 6'9"?
Yo, not long.
What do you think?
Me?
6'9". Someone's going to get to him.
Yes, I agree. I think somebody's going to get to him.
When, though?
I just want to say he shouldn't have snitched. I know he did it for his thing. If he said how long, I'll give it 3 months.
I'm going to be honest.
I'll give it 3 months.
So I have to go back.
Sometime this year.
I think something's gonna happen, but when I first heard about it, I'll be honest, I didn't do a lot of reading about the subject, so I didn't know what really happened with the case.
Right.
But due to the fact that I actually read into it now,
Dude, tell us, because I'm not sure what happened with the case.
What
was the thing in
I
the
don't
first
know
place?
everything.
Like, what happened in the first place?
What happened was when he started rapping, he started getting a little bit of a name for himself. He went to, I guess, the Train 9 Bloods, whatever. He basically
they bankrolled him? Is that what it was?
They did a lot more than bankroll him. They helped him do his first video, I believe.
Okay.
In Bed-Stuy.
Okay.
And after that, they basically gave him an image. Like, he wasn't a blood or nothing like that. He was just some little kid doing hip-hop. He had a couple of friends.
There was pictures of him with, like, no tattoos on and nothing like that.
Yeah.
It was like...
I mean, no, he got some tattoos before I think he got big and stuff. But
not his face.
Yeah, but what I think happened was once he started getting big, the what is it called? The 9 Tray Gang. They're from 93. That's why they call themselves 9 Tray Bloods, because they're from 1993. That's when they started.
Right.
So what happened was that's when Jim Jones was involved, the rapper, and this guy Shoddy, who's in jail right now for 15 years because he rattled him out. These guys basically helped him out with his first video. He was from the same neighborhood as them. They were watching his back.
I wonder how that connection was made.
Did
somebody introduce him, or was it like...
It was through... One of 6'9"'s friends introduced him to the guy Shoddy, who's supposed to be they say he's actually the top guy in that gang.
Okay.
He denies it, but they say he's the guy who calls all the shots. They got him involved, and what it was is that he wanted to have real bloods in his first video to make it look authentic. That was the whole point, to do it at the park and do it in front of the house. So when they did the video and they got these guys involved, something good happened out of it. He blew up. He got some money coming in. So all of a sudden the gang said, wait, this is our bankroll. This is our fucking bread and butter. So they basically controlled him for however long they controlled him for. But there was one problem, though. 6ix9ine started getting really big. He got big, not them. He was getting big. And I guess the fame and the money got to his head. And remember, he went on that show, The Breakfast Club, whatever. He said, I fired everybody. He fired all the gang members. He kicked them all out of the... He basically fired
That's
them.
a bad move.
Yeah, whoever was.
That's a bad move.
So something happened after that. I think he was talking shit about somebody on some show, and people heard about it. They had that audio recording of Jim Jones telling the guy we have to do something to him. We have to take care of him because he's dissing us or whatever.
Right.
He was on live TV saying they fired everybody. Fuck these people. I don't care about them. They ain't shit. They can't do nothing to me. And that's when they say they fucking kidnapped him or something like that. He found out they were robbing money from his concerts. They were taking money from certain places. He was taking care of a lot of people. Like, he was like apartments, houses.
Do you think he should have maybe shut the fuck up and kept on making his money, or did he get a little egotistical about it?
I think that he was young and dumb. He got involved with people. These people weren't 20-year-old kids he was involved
Exactly.
with. These guys were in their late 30s and 40s.
Established guys.
These were real gangsters, real people. I mean, these people were kicking in doors and robbing drug dealers. They didn't fuck around. They were killing people. These people were real. This was a real deal gang. I think he got involved with the wrong people, and I think with that, I think he realized they were fucking taking advantage of him. They were robbing him. They were controlling him, and I think he said, you know what? I can go out and make $20 million on my own, and I don't have to give them fucking 10. And he was also giving them money to run their criminal organization behind closed doors. But the problem was, they kidnapped him. Something went down. Somebody robbed him. Remember, these blood crews, it's not one crew. It's like 50 crews who all call themselves Bloods. So some people kidnapped him and robbed him, and then he accused other people from setting them up. So he basically walked. This is what comes down to. He walked away from all of them. I don't care if the good ones, the bad ones. He said, I'm done with everybody now. I'm going on my own. And then when he went on his own, and then the FBI found out that he was the one bankrolling them, and he knows a lot of shit. He was there with the Barclays Center. He was there with, they pulled up in some car one time. There was shot exchanged. He was there for a lot of the shit. So when the FBI found out that these guys were fucking plotting on fucking doing something to him, they're not sure if they're going to kill him or beat him up or whatever, and they were coming after him, the FBI, like they did with the Mafia, with Sammy the Bull, they got smart and said, yo, let's use him because he'll cooperate, because he has no protection. These guys are going to get him. They already knew that.
What do you think on that, Pete?
I agree with Bob. I think he made a mistake by being dumb and young, and I don't know, man.
He didn't make the mistake. They made the mistake.
Yeah,
he made the right decision because he's a millionaire right now.
Yeah.
He's living in a mansion. They're all in jail.
Yeah.
They made the mistake because what they did was they listen. It's one thing if they wanted to make his videos and they wanted to bankroll him. I mean, they wanted him to bankroll illegal activities. What their mistake was is they brought him along on some of the things they were doing. Like if they were going to do a drug deal or go to beat somebody up or shoot somebody, or they actually kidnapped somebody too. There's actually a live audio of them kidnapping him. You know that?
Is that right?
Oh, there's live audio. His brother was like in the car or something. And his brother called the cop. They have the voice recording. He was like a little bitch in the back seat. And they said, but they just told me we just wanted to talk to you. We just wanted to talk to you. That was after he cut them off. They made the mistake, not him. Because
was that audio used against him later?
Oh, all this audio was in a courtroom eventually.
Okay.
But the feds knew that these guys were gonna do something to him. He was shit. He was scared shit.
So bottom line, right now he's out.
He's out. He's not going back to jail.
Well, the thing is, you think somebody's just gonna fucking poof him real quick?
I don't think it's gonna happen right away because he has security. What I think is gonna happen is I think as time goes on and he's gonna get more comfortable and he's gonna fall asleep, I think he's gonna do something stupid, like have a concert somewhere, or he's gonna do something like out in the open, and I think somebody's gonna try to make a name for themselves, and they maybe just beat him up, maybe take a shot at him. Who knows? All I know is that when you go to these rap concerts and you have fucking 5,000 or 6,000 people there in a fucking crowd,
yeah, they're not gonna see you.
And
if you want to do something,
I always say to people, if they can get to JFK and RFK, they got to Reagan.
Yeah.
They can get to a guy like 6ix9ine. They got to Tupac and Biggie. They can get to him. He's not that big.
Well, here's a comparison. Bobby Shmurda recently just got released.
He did get released, right?
Yeah, and he didn't rap.
No, he didn't.
Do you think that this is a feud waiting to happen?
No. I think Bobby Shmurda is a very smart person. I think he He got away with a lot more than he did. He should be in jail for life, from what I understand.
Yep.
They say They say, I don't know if he has bodies, but they say that he was involved in some shit where he might, him and his boys might have planned some shit. I don't know. I'm not going to speak out of context, but I will say that Bobby Shmurda did the right thing, kept his mouth shut, and I think he's going to come out and make some music and stay far away from.
You think he's going to make music?
Of course.
That was going to be my next question.
Oh, of course. He has to.
Because
especially 6ix9ine did it.
Well, I mean 6ix9ine, the minute he came out of prison, made a song, but I haven't heard shit from Bobby Shmurda since he got released.
But this is the question, though. This is a tough situation because he was in like a Sammy the Bulls situation. The FBI went to him and told him, "Listen, bro, these guys are gonna kill you. All right. These guys robbed you. They kidnapped you. They're gonna possibly kill you or do something to you.
Right.
They're disrespecting you. They're banging your fucking kid's mother, like, while you're in jail. These kids have no respect for you. They were all talking shit about him, like, right after he, shit went down.
Right.
Even before that.
I think through the whole thing that they were
Yeah,
talking on
he
him.
was getting hit on every angle. So the thing is, if you're doing business with some people, right, especially 6ix9ine's case, Sammy the Bull was a little different, but 6ix9ine's case, they all made their money off of him. He said I was taking care of the whole crew with apartments.
He had no choice.
He
had no choice.
Hold on.
Because the money that they were funneling through him,
Yeah, but
they were laundering money through him. That's really what they
it
were
was the
doing.
other way around.
They were laundering their drug money through him.
Yeah, but not through him. What he was doing.
Through,
hold on.
Through everything that he was doing, they were bankrolling him. Therefore, they were washing the money while bankrolling him. That's what it was.
No, I'm saying, but the thing is, when if he made $1 million, and he gave them 300,000 or 400,000, they were putting that money on the street cash.
No question. I mean, I'm saying the profits are the profits. But the good thing is, these guys probably had like 8 million, 10 million laying around in fucking drug money, and they says, we look at this kid now. We could wash this through him. So one video costs $1 million. It really could have cost 200,000. So now they just washed 800,000 of their money.
That's not how they did it, though.
That is how they did it without the profits. Now the profits, they were like, yo, really and truly, you're working for us. So here's the thing. How about we give you a couple of percents off of that? But really, all of that's got to come back to the house.
Well,
and he needed to shut the fuck up about that. And maybe that was half the reason why he did what he did. But he stepped on a lot of toes doing that. And his rep is kind of fucking fractured right now. So what he's doing is smart. He's coming out strong on the fame of him getting out on that wave. So let's see how far he gets on that wave. But I think that wave is going to end with a bullet, to be honest.
They were using his money for illegal stuff. That's why they tried getting him on a racketeering charge. Because what they were doing was, they weren't making drug money and funneling it through him, because that means he would have control over it. That's why hold on a second. Let me tell you what they were doing. That's what they were charging. All right. So I guess what he went to jail for, Shotty, was a completely different charge then.
What I'm saying is, he got financed, and that finance was a quarter of what it actually cost. It's like me saying, all right, I'm going to let you use a beat, bro. And you're like, yeah, bro. And you need to wash $1 million. So you're going to tell me, like, yeah, it's going to be $1 million. So it's all right. I give you the beat. You give me the $1 million. I wash it for you. I take 20%. But guess what? The rest of that money is clean. That's the thing.
It was a complete opposite.
And this is how they did it. This is how they washed a lot of the drug money through there. And when the profits rolled in, now I don't know what they did with the profits. What I'm doing with the profits is all speculation about what percentage of who got what. I don't know. But I do know his bankroll helped a lot of guys get some legal money.
From what I saw from the court case, from what they went after these guys for, the reason why they grabbed 6ix9ine is because there was a LLC opened up. It was called 9 Trey. The guy who was the head of that was Shotty. He was the producer. He was the guy he first went to and said, yo, I need some real bloods for my first video ever. Shotty's the one that got the camera crew and the people to do the video. He sung the song. He did the video. he fucking blew the fuck up after that, right? So after that, obviously, Shotty said, hey, listen, everything's going to go through my production company. Same thing as Suge Knight and Tupac. Same situation. But now
they saw potential and they took the artist.
No, what they did was, Suge Knight did the same thing. Hey, Tupac, you're going to sign a contract with me? You're going to work under my label?
He took the artist.
Yes. And what happened was, as time went on, Tupac said, wait, I sold 10 million records. Why am I getting $300,000? Why are you getting $9 million? You understand? That's how it started happening. That's why problems started with Suge Knight and Tupac, because over money. Mm-hmm. He fired everybody and got lawyers to go after Suge Knight, and then he ended up dead a couple of fucking years later, which is weird. Besides that, I'm not going to get into that one, but the same thing happened with 6ix9ine. Everything was going through the guy Shotty and his company, and then Shotty had his little goons, you know, he was taking care of them. But at the same time, 6ix9ine was still taking care of these guys, you know, buying them cars and shit and taking them out, traveling all around the world with them. They were always with him. It was Shotty and some other guy who was always with 6ix9ine. It was his boy. 6ix9ine found out that on the concerts, they were making a lot more money than they said they were. And he also found out on other areas of the business. So what they were doing is 6ix9ine was making the money, and what it was going through the production company first.
Right, and they were taking their vig off of it before he saw anything.
They were taking the majority of the money, and they were giving 6ix9ine his money. And what happened was, some of the money they were getting from 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine was giving them fucking cash, and they were taking that money and putting it out on the street. It was never going back into the system. It was all cash forever. That's why they were going after for racketeering. So you can only get a racketeering charge when you're making tax-free cash money and you're not paying taxes on it, and it's something that's being done illegally. They don't charge bankers with fucking racketeering. They charge them with bank fraud. Right. This is a criminal organization. So what happens is they went after him for that. So due to the fact that 6ix9ine was the whole bankroll, and they knew that the money was coming from him, and it was going through this production company, that's when they went after him. But the thing is, the guy Shotty was making a lot of his buildings, making a lot of fucking money. And they were taking the money from 6ix9ine and they were putting it on the street and putting it into the Trey 9 gang, the 9 Trey gang. And then as time went on, for years, they were also scamming on other things. They were also scamming with shit with 6ix9ine. Like, you know, they had a lot of cash shit going on. Like those concerts, it's all cash back in the day. People paying cash to get in and shit. Like all these little clubs and shit. Even if they made $20,000, they were giving him like 2 or 3 and probably taking the rest. I don't know exactly what the numbers were, but 6ix9ine realized that they robbed him for a couple of $1 million. And that's when he said, you kidnapped me, you robbed me for a few million, and you're still trying to control me. That's when he said, fuck yous, I'm out of here, you're all fired. He went on a couple of fucking TV shows and bragged about it. What are they going to do to me? Fuck them, fuck this. And that's when shit went down for him. That's when the FBI said, hey, this is the perfect candidate. We have a person on the phone. We have wiretaps of them talking about, we got to take care of 6ix9ine. We got to fucking do something about this because he's fucking talking shit about us on TV. You know what I'm saying? What they were really saying is that, yo, this guy knows a lot of shit. There's a lot of money we're dealing with. If we kill this motherfucker now, we could have a better chance getting away with it than if we let him live. And what happened was they fucked up the way they did it. They tried kidnapping him. They were making threats to him, whatever. I don't know the whole fucking 100%, all the facts. But I knew they came after him fucking gangster. And that's when he said, oh shit. Now there's stories in jail. They tried killing him in jail. So this guy was terrified. So the FBI just, perfect move by the FBI. Throw the guy into a jail cell. He was scared every day. They waited. They got exactly what they wanted out of him. And he ratted everybody out. So the question is that, my question, if you're doing business with people, you're doing illegal activities, and you're all doing something illegal, and especially if you're bankrolling everything through your name, through your fucking rap songs, through your industry, and these people fucking kidnap you, and you just found that they robbed you for 3 or 4, I think it was $3 million they robbed from him that's unaccounted for, and then with that, after he says, oh, you robbed my $3 million, go fuck yourselves, then they kidnap him and try to rob him for $300,000 more, like in jewelry and shit. And then after that, he's listening to fucking wiretaps of people that he was doing business with. They're gonna fucking, you know, do something to him. He's not sure what they're gonna do. You know what that means, though. They're looking to fucking take him out. Like the rapper they killed fucking yesterday, last night. A rapper died in East New York, got shot up. Probably, you know, didn't do what he was told. Guess what happened?
Well,
6ix9ine ratted them all out.
It's
the
all
question
about...
is, do you think he was right for ratting everybody out? If you were in that situation where you're getting 47 years in jail and they're saying they're going to kill you in jail anyway. You're getting 47 years in jail. They're most likely going to kill you in jail. And guess what? They robbed you for $3 million. They kidnapped you. They robbed you for more money. They've been extorting you. They probably robbed you for a lot more in the past. They've been controlling you. They have full control over you. And they're saying, now we're going to kill you. What are you going to do? You going to be loyal to them?
You got to do whatever you can at that point.
Now, it's one thing if you and your friend are caught, like doing a coke deal or something, and you both agree to do it, and then you rat your friend out. It's fucked up. It's another thing that if you find out your friend you're doing a coke deals with is, yo, I'm going to fucking kill this guy. No, I'm going to kill him soon and take over the whole business. Then the feds come to you and say, listen, man, this guy's plotting on killing you, and I'll make you a deal right now. You have plenty of money. You can keep some of your money, and you can not go to jail. Just testify against him. Because he's going to kill you anyway. So it's either you're dead and he's out of jail, or you're alive and he's in jail. Most human beings are going to take the... I mean, one guy had a good point. He said maybe 6ix9ine should have handled the problem himself with a gun. But then he went to jail anyway. So either way, there's no win situation for him. If he kills this guy who's threatening to kill him, if he kills one of them, he's still going to go to jail for at least 10 years.
Well, listen, all of it is because of drugs. And when we were outside, Pete was going to tell me a really fun story.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to hear it?
I do now.
Okay, I do now.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
I want to hear why somebody goes to another country for rehab.
Well, I actually had a friend. His name was Steve, and our parents. My mom, she's a psychiatrist.
Your mom's a shrink, bro?
Yeah, actually, right here on Avenue,
shit.
right near you. Yeah. Anyways, so his mom works with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
His mom is a psychotherapist. My mom is a psychiatrist.
Okay.
So
What's the
this guy,
difference?
The difference is my mom, she prescribes the medications, which the psychologist cannot do. Only psychiatrists can. A therapist, psychologist, they just talk to you more.
Right.
About they have like about an hour session with you talking about your problems and stuff. A psychiatrist, they'll talk to you, but their main goal is to figure out what kind of medications.
Yeah, what kind of drugs you need
to help you function
to
in
fix your
society.
shit
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah.
So,
basically, this guy's pretty cool. I've known him for a little bit because of my mom and his mom, and he's actually a lawyer. But this guy, he was doing some stuff. I don't want to talk about the stuff that he was doing. I'll talk about what I was doing. But it was his idea to go there. It was actually his first rehab. That was my first rehab as well.
what led you to the fact that you needed rehab that bad?
The biggest thing was I had some bad friends that influenced me to manipulating me into doing stupid shit and doing weed, beer is good, but when you go past that, then you have a problem. I was doing. I'm not happy about saying it, but I had a problem with coke, and
So that's what led you to that situation in the first place.
If you want me to be honest, I had this friend, associate. His name was Asian Mike, and he kind of got me into something.
Okay.
And I'm not proud of. When I say coke, I don't mean the one that you do through your nose.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So we're talking about like crack, cook that shit up. Okay.
Yeah, I was doing that. My parents found out, and I went to Bulgaria for 3 months.
That's crazy though, because I mean, some people go to rehab and shit, but I give you folks some fucking credit. They says, you know what, we gonna send this. Why did they choose there? I mean, I know your mom's a shrink.
Yeah.
So they didn't just make this decision up out of nowhere.
No.
Why would they choose that place?
That place
do you know?
was, I wouldn't say it was world renowned, but it was a good spot. Over there was actually better. Honestly, dude, that rehab was a better rehab than the rehab that New York offers.
No shit.
Yes. You're allowed to smoke outside, cigarettes. I got a lot of cigarettes there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of European cigarettes. Bulgaria's in Europe. So basically, I went fishing. I went hiking. The food was good.
And it was all part of the program.
It was like a mansion. There was girls. There was girls.
No
there was
shit.
Girls. There was girls
Yo,
there.
they
and I fucked one.
It was what?
Yes.
Wait a minute. So what you telling me? The rehab. So it's a live-in rehab facility. What I'm guessing
yes.
is right.
Yes.
And it's mixed. And now, when you got with the girl, was it like frowned upon, or where they were like, "Nah, that's cool"?
They were like, "Yeah, bro, we're proud of you."
What?
Yeah.
That's some gangster ass shit. Bob, what do you think about that? A rehab where they have girls and you can just hook up and it's fucking dope. What? Damn, son.
I mean, they did have chores. There was some groups, but overall, I actually went to rehab after that in New York, and it was nowhere the same as the one I went to Bulgaria. The one there, you weren't allowed.
I want to hear about
cigarettes.
that one. Fuck New York. We already know what New York's about.
I actually even got a massage therapy license there.
What?
There was a massage guy.
So there's career development there too.
There was pools there. You could play pool.
What?
You could play billiards. There was a swimming pool. You could work out. You could go
your
on
mom's
trips.
took care of you, Pops.
It was expensive. It was about
sounds
for I think for about a month and a half. I think it's about $3,500.
What?
And a plane ticket just there is $800.
Yep.
Just round trip.
So how long were you in the facility?
I was there. I was there for like 2 months.
2 months?
I was there for another month. I actually had family there. On my mom's side, she had a cousin that lived there, and he owned a hotel business, a construction business.
Okay.
And actually, not for nothing, I haven't been there. I haven't really been talking to the people that ran the program. But I believe one time I met I call my uncle. I met my uncle there, and one of the guy there, his name was Lev. I think he talked to my uncle, and I think they moved from the mansion. It wasn't really. It was a mansion. And then there was another. It was two houses.
It's either a mansion or not a mansion.
It was a mansion. It was a mansion. It was two giant ass houses filled with like maybe, let's go with like 35 people, 35 to 40 people, and now it's in the building.
Okay.
It also has a swimming pool, so it's like, it's just basically for people that are trying to stop using drugs,
Right.
And also trying to fix their relationship with their families and
That's
try
dope.
just trying to.
So
get
it's like
into normal
so
society.
now you said you went to one in New York as well.
Yeah.
There was that after?
Yes, it was after. It was called Arms Acres. I went there in upstate New York. I was there for 2 weeks, and it was hell. Most of the guys that were there were right out of jail.
Was it progressive? Like, meaning you came back from Bulgaria and they were like, nah, you got to finish this up here? Or,
no, it was a different...
Or you relapsed and you
I
just...
relapsed.
I got
relapsed.
I got you.
And it was a different situation. But there was a lot of differences from the two rehabs.
I believe it. I mean, like...
The one in New York... Yeah,
now, does this one you have to pay for in New York?
What's it called? The insurance covered it in New York.
But how much...
The one in Bulgaria was
just you pay for it.
It was supposed to be 28 days, but I was only there for 2 weeks because they shortened the amount of time. Most of the people there were from the Bronx, from Brooklyn, different parts of New York.
Out there?
But they were
over here.
Over here.
Over here. Okay.
I actually met this one guy who was actually on my block, Avenue N, and his name was Sushi, and he was there, and I was like, "What? You look so familiar." I'm like, "What are you doing all the way in Bulgaria?" And he's like, I don't want to go into his story.
Right.
He tells me
for the same reason,
really,
basically.
and I'm like, and there was these guys there that were Bulgarian, and they were talking shit in their language. Like, I speak Russian, but they were speaking Bulgarian.
Right.
We got into some fights, and
Gotcha.
my boy Steve had to knock this guy Kirill out.
What's the craziest shit that you've seen out there that without like naming no names, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the craziest shit that happened to you while you was in that program?
The craziest shit that happened to me was basically the people that I met. They were good people, but some were assholes. Like, my boy Steve and Sushi had my back, and basically what happened was, there was girls there, and they were doing their thing. They had their girlfriends, and there were some guys that were jealous. So one day, we beat the shit out of them. We did not go to jail. No, it was actually very, what's the word? I wouldn't say very therapeutic.
Very therapeutic.
I needed. I was going through a lot of shit in my life, and when I
that
got
helped.
when
And
I
that
got to
helped
beat
you
somebody
resolve
up
it a little bit.
without getting any
Repercussions for it.
it
Yeah,
felt really
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
You know, I felt really nice. I'm not saying I'm super strong. My boy Steve he's. His father was in the Navy SEALs in Russia, and so he has some training. He's really good with a weapon. He has a license, so he's good. But yeah, man, he knows his shit. He taught me a little bit, so we just beat the shit out of a few guys that were talking shit and were giving us a hard time.
That's gangster.
Yeah,
What do you think?
definitely an experience.
What do you think would happen if Brooklyn Bob was in that facility?
I think everybody will respect him because, yeah, bro, you too. I don't think they would fuck with you. Those guys were pussies. I'm not talking about Steve, and I'm not talking about Steve.
Bunch of fucking drug addicts.
Yeah. But you know what?
I've
One of the
been
drug
around
addicts
them
is a
before.
lawyer, and and he's trying to like stop, and
Like in different countries, I
just
always
because you
wonder
do
what
drugs doesn't
what
mean you're a bad person.
They're all
This
the
is
same.
true. This is totally true.
But I agree, drugs are bad, and
Oh, no question.
there are
They're all
low
the
lives
same.
that do it. Like we were just talking about 6ix9ine, and basically, drugs isn't cool. It could lead to trouble. It could lead to snitching. It could lead to a bunch of stuff. It could lead to. I had a friend. I don't want to name names, but I had a friend that OD'd. I miss him a lot, and it was Xanax. It was dope. I never fucked with that, but unfortunately he's gone. Going to the funeral was really sad. Seeing his mom, missing her son, so that's
Right.
why I'm still standing, because I love my family and I don't want to give them that hurt.
Right, and you've seen what it can do.
Yeah, that's why I'm
on the outside.
That's why I stopped my shit. I have a Budweiser, I have some Bud.
That's
but
it.
Besides that, a cigarette. Besides that, I'm not fucking with nothing else.
Yeah, I'm with that, and that's a beautiful choice you can
Thank
make.
you,
You know what
boys.
I'm
I
saying? Because
appreciate
it's
it.
like there's people do things for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Some do shit. Some do shit because shit just hurts, man, and they want to take the pain away, and sometimes they go a little bit overboard, you know what I'm saying? And the reality of the situation is you are all you have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So up here, if you cool with yourself and you still want to have a little bit here and there, okay, I could see that. But when you use it as a crutch, man, I think it's... I feel for those people. I really do. And I'm glad that there's programs in fucking New York and Bulgaria that actually get results, because we got Pete here tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he ain't somewhere else, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, due to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And that's fucking dope. You know what I'm saying?
I just wanted to say something real quick. There was I just want to name a few names. Robin Williams, Chester Bennington, Chris Cornell. They're all gone.
Yep,
now.
yep,
And
yep,
they all
yep,
had
yep.
problems with.
I'm a big
with
Chris
drugs.
Cornell fan.
Great Audio Slave, Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun, definitely. And Chester Bennington was the lead singer of Linkin Park.
Yes.
He was very close to him. So on his birthday, I heard that Chris Cornell, unfortunately, he hung himself at a concert in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And on his birthday, a few years later, right before Linkin Park and Blink-182 were going to perform in Citi Field, Chester, he hung himself as well on Chris's birthday. And Robin Williams also hung himself. He left letters to his family, but overall, all those guys, even though they're gone, they're not forgotten.
Not
and,
at all.
They're all my
Their
heroes.
body of work,
Yeah,
their
yeah.
body of work
Because
lives
what they
on.
left in the world will never be.
They left a
forgotten.
mark on
Yeah,
the world.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
only with their families, but with their fans and other people.
Absolutely.
That,
And
heard their music and
I'm
work.
a fan of all three.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To
Yeah.
go that far, but
Yeah.
like, Bob, what are you doing over there, Bob? Talk to us.
No,
I was just thinking, a lot of these fucking celebrities who killed themselves, like Anthony Bourdain, right?
Yeah,
Avicii.
Bourdain,
Avicii.
Avicii, yes.
And he was
All
young
these
too.
people.
Yep.
It's funny how they all fucking hung themselves.
Well, some of them OD'd.
A majority of them killed themselves.
Yeah.
And it's funny how they all did it like in a 2-year span. I just find it odd that that's when one of the biggest child sex rings was busted. And all these people that were involved in that shit.
You think they were involved and
Well,
they just decided
I think,
well, from what I remember, Chris Cornell and Chester were both molested. That I know of. But I guess I don't know if it influenced what they did.
Yeah.
Or if it's something that happened later that made them do that. But
I don't know. I think a couple of these people that killed themselves, they're very successful people. They had all the money in the world. They had beautiful wives. They had good kids.
they had everything.
They had a good career.
Yeah.
And I say to myself, all of a sudden, all these people are killing themselves. Then you look back and you say, wow, all these people, not all of them. I think some of them might have been like, yeah, I'm done with life. But there's a couple of them that's kind of controversial. They're saying, some people had ties to fucking Jeffrey Epstein, or they knew people that knew him, or they might have somehow throughout. Let me tell you something right now. I'm not saying it happened, though, but a guy like Anthony Bourdain, let's say he went to one of these countries and he knew somebody that knew Jeffrey Epstein. Maybe made a phone call, get me a girl. You don't know these people's fucking fantasies.
Well, Bourdain was depressed as all hell. So, to begin with.
You know what's funny with Bourdain?
Which,
His whole life, he was trying to build up to get to where he was. And he finally got there. And he wasn't even... He was like, he wasn't really... He was ready to do better. He was gonna blow up at one point. Like, he was just getting there, and it's like, out of nowhere, he kills himself. Like, why wouldn't you continue on your path?
Right.
Why would you just end it so quick?
It's hard. It's hard to be in people's heads when they make decisions like that, man. Because that kind of thing it could be something that was building up, under the water for a long time, and it just fucking surfaced.
I think
what I'm saying.
When people kill themselves. The whole depression thing, yeah, it plays a factor. When people kill themselves, I always feel like they did something, and they think it's gonna come out. They're not 100% sure it's gonna come out, but they think it's gonna come out. And instead of being shamed, they'd rather just end their life. And sometimes it's better to end your life because it won't come out because no one's gonna look into it. A lot of these celebrities that killed themselves. I just noticed the past few years, a lot of celebrities like Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, a lot of these people, Bill Clinton got hit up with some shit like accusations, and there's other people too involved. The whole Jeffrey Epstein ring, I would say the whole Hollywood ring. All of a sudden, the Hollywood ring's getting fucking dismantled with fucking rape, sexual misconduct, fucking people banging little girls and little boys, all this crazy shit's going on. And while that's going on, all of a sudden, some guy was on TV last night saying, "Oh, eat this food. It's great. It's the greatest food in the world." And then he fucking hangs himself. He just had he has a daughter. He's about to get married. Yeah. I mean, why do you suddenly? I mean, everybody knows, that famous story in Manhattan where that model jumped off the like the 50th floor and killed herself or whatever.
I don't know that story.
They had the picture of her. They call it the perfect picture because she had like nothing wrong with her. She's on top of the car, and they say no one knows why she did it. And like they're saying, "Oh yeah, her career went downhill." And I'm saying, maybe it's not that. I mean, maybe she did something wrong 20 years ago and she was afraid that it was going to come out. You don't know, man.
Or maybe somebody told her that it was going to come out.
Exactly. I mean, the majority of people that kill themselves, you know why they kill themselves? Because the majority of people that kill themselves are looking at a heavy fucking jail sentence and they don't want to do it. And they can't kill themselves in jail and they can't kill themselves in the courtroom. So they say, hey, you know what? It'd be a lot easier to kill myself in my fucking hotel room tonight. Because this might come out, and it's all it takes from that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't know if a might will make me want to kill myself.
There was one instance.
Like it would have to be like, we're coming to get you tomorrow for this, and you're fucked.
This is the deal.
So and I'd be like, okay, so I got about 8 hours to make a decision here. So that would be the only time I would even consider offing myself. And then again, it would have to be some heavy shit.
You know what comes into play a lot of times, though? Comes into play. Now, remember, you're a nobody. You're an average person. You might have, I don't know, you might have killed somebody. You might have had sex with an underage girl or boy. You might have, I don't know, anything.
How did you know?
you know. But now you become this big celebrity overnight, which you didn't expect. Maybe you made a movie or you made a show or you came out with a song. You became this big celebrity, and that money and that lifestyle is so intriguing. It's so like
Addicting.
yeah, no, you didn't have. It's not addicting because you didn't have it yet.
Too much to handle.
But you're like,
the
no, you
situation?
want it. You want it so bad, and so what happens is you want it so bad, you go after it, but then you realize something. Your face is on every fucking TV screen.
Yeah, people aren't ready for that kind of shit.
No.
Can I just name
Hold
one
on.
name?
Hold on, this is what
Okay,
happens.
go
Ready?
ahead.
Your name is all over the world. You're all over the place. But now you did some fucked up shit. Now the people you did it to are still alive.
Yeah.
And they see that you're rich and famous.
Yep.
And they say, whoa. This ain't right. He's worth hundreds of millions or millions. And this guy was raping me when I was fucking 12, 13 years old. Or this guy killed my friend. Or he was involved in a murder. Whatever. It's better to kill yourself. So all your money, like Jeffrey Epstein, all his money went to his brother. All those people who want to sue don't get $1 now. So you come to the decision, say, I'm definitely going to jail for life for 50 years.
Yep.
I'm in my 40s.
Yeah.
Life is over.
Yeah.
But if I kill myself, maybe it won't come out. My wife and kids will get all the money, or my brother or my family. So a lot of these suicides, no one just commits suicide
Yeah.
out of a minute. This
Not
is
for
thought
no
about.
reason, yeah.
You're thinking about it. You're thinking about how you're going to do it, who you're going to leave your money to, what's going to be the outcome. You're getting ready for this. No one just goes to the store and buys a fucking rope and says, I'm going to hang myself an hour from now. This is thought
Well,
about.
some people do, but Epstein didn't.
Epstein.
He's a special case. He's a very special case,
Anthony,
in fact.
hold on. The
Very special.
The Robin Williams case and the Anthony Bourdain is very, very skeptical to me. Because these were two very successful people.
Robin Williams was depressed for a
Yeah,
long
Robin
time.
Williams.
They're saying that.
He had Parkinson's.
Now, hold on a second now. This is where
Dude, there's
I come in.
medical histories.
Hold on.
No, there's medical histories involved with these people.
He was a comedian. He couldn't. He
Okay.
had a smile covering his
But hold on,
sadness.
though. This is the thing, though.
And
Everyone says this now, right? So now all the information we get about his medical
so
history
you think
and
they
about...
were murdered? Both of
No,
them?
I'm not saying murder. I didn't say
No,
that.
Robin Williams has.
What I
proof.
was saying was all the medical history and all the stuff that you hear about it, it comes from the computer. It comes from media outlets. The same ones that I get accused of if I talk about certain things, they're always wrong. But now that they talk about Robin Williams and Anthony Bourdain, now they're right because they say he had a medical history. But my thing is, you don't want certain things to come out about Anthony Bourdain and Robin Williams. You know why? Because there's probably other people involved.
What kind of shit was Bourdain involved in?
Nobody knows, but there is speculation.
How about Robin Williams?
This is the deal about Anthony Bourdain. He spent a lot of times in third world countries, okay? And there was rumors going around that he liked his girls a little young. And it's not him directly to people like Epstein, but there's people that he knew that were friendly with people that knew Epstein. So, like, for example, when you're a big-time celebrity and you want to get cocaine, you're not going to call the guy on the corner in Sheepshead Bay. You're going to call the guy that your friends are calling in Hollywood because he's a guy nobody knows about, but he's quiet, but he gets things done. Same thing with girls, same thing with whatever. You know, Kevin Spacey, when he wanted to have his little parties with his little young boys, he didn't go to a fucking escort service and say, "Hi, I'm Kevin Spacey. Here's my credit card."
He had private fucking corporations.
What
deal
he
with
did
that.
what he did was
There's companies involved that are just
not
bring these
companies.
things to you.
What he did was he went to Massachusetts, where he was hanging out with this kid where the kid accused him, and he knew somebody who was very popular over there, and they called it, they had a certain nicknames for it. I forget what it was. I watched the case. There was these nicknames, but they said shit over the phone and text and email. Like, we're going to have a party, and we're going to have, 16 people there, meaning 16-year-old boy for you. Like, it was already prepared and set up. The kid was already found. They had the kid waiting for him. He was hanging out with the kid in the pool by himself. They said he was chilling in the pool room with him. This was already planned for a couple of days.
Right.
So basically, he knew where to go to get what he really wanted. So these guys like Robin Williams, Anthony Bourdain, and the guy from Lincoln Park, and all these celebrities who decide to, after they make a $50 million fucking Netflix deal, I'm going to hang myself tomorrow. Because they could have got a phone call from one of these people.
Well, when you talk about the guy from Lincoln Park and you talk about
Lincoln Park was fucking weird.
Go for it. Listen.
Lincoln Park was weird.
Those two guys, that's a different thing. You're talking about guys who do things to people.
I'm saying is that Robin Williams...
Wait. You talk about guys who do things to people like Epstein and them. When you talk about Chris Cornell and you talk about the Lincoln Park guy, there were things done to them. They were the victims.
Okay, and maybe they became the aggressors.
Nah.
No, they say 90.
Nowhere in.
Hold on a second.
No. Nowhere in that.
Okay, hold on.
There was victimhood there.
All right.
They were victims. Okay, so you can't put them in that same category.
Can I just say one thing?
But you can't put them in that category.
Okay, can I just say one thing though?
But you can't put them in that category.
I'm not putting them. Everybody, I'm not putting them in that category. What I'm saying is that through Laurel's criminal psychologists, all those people who work in the criminal field,
yeah,
they do say that when people are abused when they're younger, like if a kid is beaten up every day by his father.
So you think Chris Cornell raped somebody?
No, you just threw words in my mouth. I don't. Why do you do that for?
Because.
All right, I'm gonna start over again.
You're accusing people.
I didn't accuse nobody. Nothing.
Sure you did.
Go back in the tape. What did I accuse somebody of? Something?
The minute you talk about somebody becoming an aggressor.
No.
Yes.
I said.
Wait, was that not what you just said?
Hold on.
The minute you.
Why do you cut me off on the fifth word and tell me what I was going to say? I didn't even say it yet.
The minute you
Let
make
me
somebody
finish.
an aggressor.
Everybody.
So all of a sudden.
I want to give everybody advice right now. Let people finish their sentences and then comment after. Don't cut them off on the third word and then tell them what you think they were going to say. What I was going to say that.
What are you going to say?
A lot of people who were abused, not only sexually, not only physically, people who are around drugs.
Are you accusing these people of being aggressors? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I end the comment.
Yes or no?
I can't finish the comment.
Yes or no?
What I was
I'm asking you. Yes or
not, no? Okay. I am not.
So no, right?
You answered it for me. Go ahead. You answered my questions for me.
Good. So those people don't belong in the conversation.
Can I please get 60 seconds? Start counting 1 to 60 right now. No one talks. 60 seconds.
Go.
What I was saying was...
Go. I'm counting 60 seconds right now.
Right now, 4 seconds just went by. I got extra 4 more seconds to count. This is what I was saying. I wasn't saying any of these people I was accused of or anything. What I was saying is that it's a proven fact throughout time that they have had cases where people were molested when they were kids. And when they get older, they actually molest kids.
Yeah.
When a son is beaten up by his father every fucking day by his drunk father, sometimes, not every time, out of every 100,000 kids who are beaten by their fathers, there's a good chance that maybe 80,000 of them, when they get older, they might beat their kids because they were accustomed to it and they were basically raised that way. So it's bad habits. Like when your mother and father are doing drugs every night and you're a 5-year-old kid and you see cocaine and crack, majority of the time, they do that. So what I'm saying is that after this whole big Hollywood thing came out about all the sex scandals and the fucking rapes and the sexual harassment and underage girls and boys and shit, all of a sudden this guy gets locked up to Jeffrey Epstein, and all of a sudden 5 or 6 celebrities fucking hang themselves over the next 2 or 3 years after that.
Your 60 seconds are up.
Hold on a second.
Too late. Your 60 seconds are up.
Hold on a second.
And both of those deaths happened before the Epstein. Oh,
but I didn't say.
But wait, your 60 seconds are up.
Hold on.
Your 60 seconds are up. Can I talk now?
Hold on, no.
Because you talk for 60.
You just accused me of something.
60 seconds.
You just accused me of something. I want to
finish talking.
No, I didn't say that. Hold on. I didn't finish my point. You can't stop me at exactly.
You wanted 60 seconds.
You have 10 seconds.
I counted off.
1,
no,
3, 60 seconds. 1.
I counted
2,
off
3,
60 seconds.
4, 5.
You wanted to talk. I let you talk.
I was being sarcastic. Stop with that.
Now we were being sarcastic.
No, it's not fair.
So
what's 2 plus 2?
4.
You're wrong. No, don't talk. You're wrong. It's not. You're done.
Come on, guys.
When you're accusing
just
somebody who killed themselves because they were depressed, you're accusing them of now being rapists and killing themselves because they had these bad thoughts? No. Now,
Hold on, stop.
Now, no.
Can I defend
myself? They
myself?
were the aggressors? Now, no.
Can I defend
What's
myself?
up, bro?
Hold on, let me defend
I don't
myself.
give a fuck about you defending yourself. You
All right, so
already
I can't
said,
say anything. So you're gonna tell everybody that I said this, I said that. I didn't even say that, but I can't say I didn't say that.
But you made them the
That
aggressors.
is bullshit. What I said was that I find it very odd when Jeffrey Epstein was locked up. When did the case start?
What does this have
No,
to do with
stop.
Chris Cornell
Hold on, stop for
and
1 second.
Chester Bedingfield?
Stop. Let me
What does
explain.
it have to do with these two people?
Can I explain?
What does these have
Can
to do with
I
those
don't
two
think
people?
explain
he was
then?
talking about them.
He was.
I wasn't. He's with my witness. Can I explain what I was
He
saying?
was talking general.
First of all,
Yeah, I know.
If you know anything,
he generalizes when he
hold on.
fucks up.
First of all, if you know anything about a court case,
Yeah.
anything about a court case.
What about a court case?
The day they arrest somebody,
Yeah.
is not the day it started. The
Yeah.
case. It could have started 5 years before that.
Absolutely. They have
So
to
what I'm
make a
saying-
case. They have to make a case.
What I'm saying is,
They have to make a case.
What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
this is a proven fucking fact, and everybody fucking
What
talks
does
about it.
Chester Bedingfield and what
I'm saying is,
what do these two people have in common with Jeffrey
I'm
Epstein?
not saying. I gave it as an example.
He wasn't-
an example. I didn't say he knew Jeffrey Epstein. I said there's a possibility when somebody jumps off a fucking roof at 80 floors overnight, and he was out the night before with his wife and kids having a great time.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. Like my friend when he shot himself. Everybody said, why did he shoot himself? Why did he shoot himself? For 2 fucking years, nobody knew. Why did he shoot himself? Then we heard the reason after. And it was completely different than anybody ever thought.
True.
You know why? Because he found something out that night, and he didn't want to get it out to the public.
Right.
So I didn't say that they knew Jeffrey Epstein. I didn't say that they were hanging out with him. What I'm saying, I found it very odd in a 7 or 8 year period of time. The investigation didn't start the day they locked up Epstein.
Right.
It started 5 years before that. Then they grabbed a lot of fucking people who were doing a lot of shit from a lot of countries. What I'm saying, I find it very odd that a bunch of celebrities all decided to kill themselves, hanging themselves in hotel rooms, fucking taking pills, killing themselves. Over what?
What up, sick?
Over what, though? Now, my question is, no one ever came out and said why they did it. Everyone says depression. The people who are saying depression are their friends, are their managers, are their producers, are the people who
You're
finance
making
them.
assumptions right now.
I'm making assumptions. What I'm saying is that when somebody who was very successful, who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, who built their whole fucking life to get to that point, and they get there, or they're almost there, and they end their life.
So you assume it's over something bad that
What I
they
saw-
did,
What I say is when
not
someone...
because of how they felt.
Let me ask you a question. How many happy people do you know where life is so fucking great, and they're so fucking happy, and everything is going so goddamn great, that they kill themselves? Why do people kill themselves for?
I think Pete wants to say something.
Why?
Because they're depressed, because they're on drugs, and they can't handle the fame and fortune.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you,
Basically,
Pete.
people
What
are-
drugs
Thank
were
you,
they
Pete.
on? Stop,
Well
stop,
done.
okay.
Wait. What drugs were they on?
drugs were they
No.
on?
No.
What drugs were they on?
He made
coke, alcohol.
Anthony Bourdain.
It
what
doesn't
drugs?
even
No, I'm
matter. He
talking
was
about
on
the three
heroin,
people
by the
that I
way.
mentioned.
Hey, he was on
Robin
heroin,
Williams,
by the way.
Chester,
Bourdain?
and
Yeah.
Chris Cornell.
By the way.
Maybe he was. I don't know. Maybe he
Oh,
was.
I do.
Maybe he was.
But those guys, I think, are innocent. I don't think those three. Did
I'm not
Let him
saying.
talk for a minute.
Hold on. Stop. Everyone's saying. Look, I want this on the record right now. I did not accuse.
anything.
Hold on. Stop. I did not accuse.
I did.
I did not accuse any of these people of doing any wrongdoing.
But that's how it sounded.
I just said I find it very odd. End of period. Okay? For example, let's say there was a big fucking a big thing going on with drugs in the government, right? Where government officials were letting drugs come into the country, and they made a big bust. Or they were going to make a big bust. And all of a sudden, over the next 2 years, a couple of politicians start hanging themselves.
Twitch probably cut us. That's why.
I'm going to say to myself, you know what? I find it odd that there's corruption in the government, and then 8 or 9 people kill themselves, if it did ever happen. I'm going to say there's a possibility that something might have been going on where these people didn't want to face up to it. So when I see shit going on in Hollywood with a lot of this stuff going on, and then it's funny, no women committed suicide. You notice that? I mean, some did, like drug overdoses and shit, but the majority of them were men, and they were all killing themselves. And I said, why are they all killing themselves? And at the same fucking time, stories are coming out about Kevin Spacey. Stories about Jeffrey Epstein. Stories are coming out about a lot of people. Even Michael Jackson, who mysteriously died of an overdose. All these people are dropping dead. At the same time, Hollywood is under attack for a lot of shit. For fucking sexual harassment, rape, underage sex. It's a big fucking deal in Hollywood. It's called the casting couch. Okay? Now, a lot of these people are all in the same clique. They all start killing themselves. If you have a gang, like a fucking gang, and they're all killing people, doing illegal shit, and out of that gang of 100 people, 8 of them kill themselves. It's not all fucking depression. It's very odd. It's all. I will say, out of all those cases, I'm not gonna lie. I would say maybe half of them, maybe they just got tired of the life, depression, like Kurt Cobain. Maybe he had a heroin problem. Yes, but I do believe a couple of these people, when you're in another country, and you decide to kill yourself there, you could have killed yourself in your house with no problem, with a rope in the garage. They actually go out and get bed sheets and hang them. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they do it and shit like that. That's a spur of the moment thing. That's like you got a phone call saying, yo, we got a problem. This person's saying this. Oh, really? Yeah, hold on. I'll call my lawyer in a second. Done. Guess what? After you kill yourself, you know what happens? If somebody did something in the country wrong, right? Or did something in America or out of America. They did something wrong. And they got wind of it that was going to be all over the media. You're going from being one of the best celebrities, one of the best artists, one of the best actors, maybe one of the best fucking, I don't know, financial guys or a fucking technology guy, to the next day of being a what? A rapist, maybe a murderer, I didn't say it was all rapists. Some of these guys could have killed somebody. I laugh when you find out when someone's 60 years old and they're locked up for a murder when they're 20 because they killed their fucking girlfriend. They got into an argument, but nobody knew about it because they're a celebrity. I'm telling you right now, when these people, as successful as they are, and the money they have, do you know that this guy from Lincoln Park, he was planning on doing shit over the next couple of years?
Nobody knew.
No, hold on a second. He had things planned with friends, like, I want to do this, I want to do that. He was working on things with people. So if he was planning on killing himself and he was getting depressed over a course of time. Now, if I'm depressed right now and I'm getting more and more depressed, I'm not looking at doing concerts or doing new songs. I'm not looking at doing that. I'm sitting in my house like Kurt Cobain and doing heroin for 6 months and getting all fucked up on drugs, and then one day say, I can't deal with it anymore. The pain's too much. Boom, shoot myself. A lot of fucking musicians have done that. And I have said, okay, they were fucked up on drugs and depression. But when you have people who are not on drugs, who are being more and more successful, and they're signing contracts with fucking certain, networks to do shows and shit, and they go to their hotel room one night after dinner, which they had a great dinner, and they hang themselves with a bed sheet, I start to say to myself, why? Why didn't you hang yourself 15 years ago when you're living in your car behind a bar? Why not then? Oh, you had all the ambition in the world to go out there and make that money. Once you make it, you kill yourself? And then you're tied in with some of these people? I'm going to tell you something right now. Not now. It's going to take 15, 20 years. That Jeffrey Epstein shit, he wasn't only tied. See, I'll be honest. This is where they fucked up. They tied everything to Bill Clinton with him. He was tied in with every fucking person in Hollywood. Okay? Atlanta, New York City, Miami. You got to do your reading, brother. This guy was hooked up with the world. Thailand, Mexico, Cambodia, China. Wherever this fucking guy was, they had 13-year-olds waiting for him. Who was he hanging out with? All these fucking celebrities. See, when this guy had a party somewhere, in some other country, we didn't fucking hear about it. Because guess what? It happened somewhere, there was no news reporters there. Nothing going on. Okay? When I saw the list of people that were potentially on Jeffrey Epstein's island, I said, holy fuck. And when they all lied about it, every one of them lied about it. I was never on his plane. Then they have fucking proof he's on his plane. They got pictures. They got proof. When Jeffrey Epstein has a picture of Bill Clinton in a blue dress and it's safe. Fucking weird, though. You see a picture, Boris? You see it, Boris?
Depression can hit you at random times.
And he's right. And I agree.
You can have the best day.
I agree, too.
And
I agree.
Wait.
That's more bipolar, no?
You could have the best day and the shitter start... shit is start from over your head and dark cloud of somewhere. Shit is wild. All it takes is one bad thought or memory in your past. Or a phone call.
See, he just said it right there. He said it right there. You could be a millionaire and be worried about something your whole life. Listen, if you killed somebody and you're 18 years old and you're living the next 30 years of your life and you're living rich and famous and someone says, listen, man, so-and-so is talking about this, you might not look into it. You might just kill yourself right then and there and say, it's over. Fuck this. Kill myself. So I'm going to tell you something right now. These motherfuckers, know what the problem is? Because they're celebrities, they're automatically perfect. They're great people. They do no wrong. We feel bad for them. It's depression. It's mental illness. See, when a celebrity beats his wife, It's different than when a regular person does it, you know? When a celebrity says certain things on TV and me and Boris say it on the radio, it's totally different because they get a free pass. My thing is, when people who are worth 56... See, the last time 7 or 8 millionaires killed themselves in 1 year, it was called the Great Depression. You know what happened? They went broke overnight. They literally jumping out of windows in Manhattan, Philadelphia, San Francisco. Jumping out windows. Hundreds of people did it. Right? Same thing with fucking... These people weren't fucking, you know... They had no mental illness, something like that. Same thing with the celebrities, bro. When I see a bunch of celebrities all hang themselves and overdose and drop dead in about 3 or 4 years, and Hollywood's getting nailed right now with scams. They're locking them up for the college scams. They're going at them for fucking underage sex, for rapes, sexual harassment. They put Harvey Weinstein in fucking jail. You know how huge that is?
Yeah.
I think Pete's trying to get you.
No, I just wanted to say
I think something's up. That's all I'm saying.
I just want to say a couple more names. Oh, you gotta go. I just want to say a couple more names. You said Harvey Weinstein, right? I'm thinking about Bill Cosby. I'm thinking about Aaron Hernandez.
Yes.
And I'm thinking about what's
stop.
her name?
Hernandez is different.
No, he's different. But
that was
let
Spur of the Moment.
Let him talk.
No, I'm saying, but that was
Let
Spur
him
of the Moment.
talk.
I know.
Stop.
Bill
Let him
Cosby
talk.
is different than Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
I agree. But there's another one. What's her name? From Full House. Ann Becky.
Yeah, she's going
to jail because she paid off for her kids to get into college.
She did a lot more than that.
Yeah, she did more than that. Yeah,
She did a lot more than that.
Exactly.
All I'm saying is that when a bunch of celebrities start getting locked up for like crazy shit and they start killing themselves, I think there's a lot more to the story.
Yeah.
This guy from Lincoln Park, this guy had a fucking...
He had a family. He has 6 kids.
He didn't just kill... You don't have 6 kids and a fucking wife and do all that shit.
He was in 7 in a week. He was going to do a City Field performance.
Exactly, and he killed himself for no reason?
No, it wasn't for no reason. There has to be something into it.
They won't tell you though, you know why? They don't want you to know. Because other people are involved, that's why.
This is true.
The reason why Epstein was killed in jail.
There's 3 truths to every story. There's your story, there's my story, and then there's the truth.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of these things are left up to speculation this way, and some people get very opinionated on it, and some won't. You know what I'm saying? I try not to get much opinion into it, but what I could say, I think with Chester and Chris, it was things that were eating up inside of them for many, many years, and they just...
Personal things.
Right. And they just decided that I can't deal with it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Chris Cornell won first, and then Chester did it on his birthday. That means they were real close, and
they were close actually.
And there's actually stories. I don't know if it's on YouTube or wherever, but you could actually find stories about those 3: Robin Williams, Chester, and Chris Cornell. Robin Williams actually left breadcrumbs for his family, little notes after he died, explaining to them why he did what he did, or as best as he could. Right. Robin Williams was one of Juilliard's in the 80s with the I think his name was Christopher Reeves. He was Superman, and Christopher Reeves, when he became when he fell off the horse and was disabled, Robin Williams was visiting him. Robin Williams was, I wouldn't say he was perfect, but he did a lot of great things. He went to Iraq to make the soldiers laugh. He made movies that were very, like Patch Adams, where there was laughter can help kids with cancer. At least, like, it's like they treat it as medicine. He was in Good Will Hunting. Robin Williams was one of my heroes. I'm not saying this guy's perfect. I'm not.
No
saying,
one is.
Yeah, no one is.
Tell me who is perfect.
He was a comedian. Nobody is.
So that term should fall right off.
Yes.
Like nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Even
that should be a given.
You know.
Exactly. I like that. I like what you said there.
Yeah. Like I was saying before.
What's up with Aunt Becky, son? What's up with Aunt Becky, son?
That was just that Hollywood thing. I don't want to get into it. That Hollywood thing that came from the government.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know we have a 2-party system. Hollywood jumped on one party. Harvey Weinstein went down because he sent his little fucking cronies and his little fucking goons after everybody. He allowed shit to happen on certain times, and I think the Trump administration took him down. Harvey Weinstein. He was their biggest donor. The Democratic Party is Hollywood. And if you take them down, boom. Now he's just divided Hollywood up. Now you have half of Hollywood, not half, but you have a nice portion of Hollywood going one way, and the other portion of Hollywood going another way. What I'm saying is that I do find it odd that Jeffrey Epstein, when he killed himself, that was the second time he was locked up, everybody. You know the first time he was locked up? This is why I'm saying what I'm saying. The first time he was caught and he was locked up was out in Florida. He got some bullshit jail sentence, like, you know, go home for the weekend. I'll go to jail for some weird fucking, like, country club shit, you know? When he got busted, they were still going after him for other shit. So now think about this.
What did he get busted for?
Running a fucking child prostitution ring, bro.
Back
in
then?
New York. Bro, yeah, bro.
In Florida?
They got him in Florida. They put him in jail in Florida. You know who his lawyer was? The same guy who helped out fucking, OJ. Not OJ. I think it was OJ. He worked on the OJ case. You know, he had a lot of lawyers though. But this guy.
Who was this?
Fucking the fuck is his name? He's on CNN and Fox News a lot. He's a commentary on both channels. He represented a lot of people. He represented I think he helped out. I think it was the OJ case he helped out in. But besides, not really important. What I'm saying is that Jeffrey Epstein was locked up the first time. Alan Dershowitz or something like that. He was the one who represented got him the first deal down in Florida. When he was locked up and caught in Florida, it was wiped under the rug. It wasn't really a big publicity thing. The second one was big. Jeffrey Epstein was huge because they had Prince Charles. Remember, Prince Charles was involved in this shit. And who was Prince Charles fucking friends with? Anthony Bourdain when he's in England. Oh, we're going to fucking hang out with him all day. All these guys know each other. So, see, Hollywood is like a neighborhood. And I want people to start remembering that. Once you enter Hollywood, once you buy a house there and you're in the millions of dollars, you're a part of their crew. Donald Trump was a part of their crew at one time. But like Kanye West was. Some people stray away from them. Some people don't. They're all involved. They're all one fucking clique. All right? Everyone knows what's going on in there. The question is nobody talks. Now, for example, if you're hanging out with a couple of people in the music industry or maybe the movie business and you're in Mexico somewhere and you have a little party. And, listen, I'm not saying he is, though. Let's say fucking Anthony Bourdain fucking banged some 15-year-old fucking boy in a fucking pool like Kevin Spacey. I'm not saying he did. I'm saying, what if he did do it? What if Lincoln Park did it? What if they raped some girl one night, gangbanged her? What if something happened that was going to destroy their fucking career, their reputation, their credibility? That's when I believe in spontaneous suicide. That's when you get the phone call or you find out, oh shit, so-and-so got locked up right now. Oh man, I was with him in China or Thailand or France or Italy. I was with him here and we done this. Oh, he might make a deal. He might come out with this motherfucker shit. All I'm saying is, as soon as Hollywood got attacked by the FBI and got attacked by local fucking police enforcement and the government went after them. That was when they went after Harvey Weinstein. That wasn't the local police. That was New York State. That was California.
Right.
They started going. These are the two biggest states in the fucking country with the biggest law. Yes. They were going after him hard. Yeah. They gave that motherfucker 30-something years. They took down the king. But guess what though? They were taking down all the little guys on the way up to get to him. Yeah. And I just feel like some of the little guys said, "Hey, you know what? I'm not going down like that.
I'll make a deal real quick."
What happened with the college scam, that was just something that people stumbled upon on. That didn't even originate from Hollywood. That came from lower-end people paying lower money. There was people who were paying $5,000 to get their kids in. Yeah. People were paying $500,000. What happened?
Well, I mean, like Aunt Becky, you know what I'm saying?
They had a list of 100 people, and they picked her because she was
like sick with it. Like, yo, shit. I know people that are doing 10-year bids for selling weed. Aunt Becky got 2 months.
Yes.
And for a way more serious crime. That shit is wild.
Because she has money.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. No, hold on a second. For example, guys, because I sold drugs before. So let me tell you something. If you're going to put someone in jail for selling drugs, grow the fuck up. We deserve it. Stop being a bitch. You sell drugs, you go to fucking jail. I'm tired of everybody saying, oh, it's wrong. I sold pot and I went to fucking jail. Listen, what these people did, okay, everyone does it every day of the week, okay? They wanted to get the kids into a good college. I disagree.
Right. They did what they had to do
They did what everybody else was doing, But the problem was is that they were a celebrity and the other people. So you don't know is that there was other people that were connected to that who were worth a lot more money than her, but they weren't on Full House, so they weren't a big celebrity.
Right.
So when they want to make a big deal
They
about
were
the case,
overlooked.
they throw the celebrity on.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
The people, the one that people know.
Yes. Like for example, if Jeffrey Epstein was running little girls and little kids, there's plenty of people doing that, but they're gonna make him the poster child because he has the connections, he has the people around him. I'll tell you right now, there was an attack on Hollywood, and certain people knew about it. That's it. It's like the mafia. You know when the feds are coming after you. You know everyone's going down. People start deciding. There's people who kill themselves. You know how many corrupt cops killed themselves because they knew they were going to get arrested sooner or later? Did you ever watch the movie American Gangster? It's true. 2 of the cops in that movie. They don't show the other one, but 2 people killed themselves.
Is that the movie with Denzel Washington?
Yes, because at the end of the movie, it shows a cop killing himself because all his boys got locked up. And he goes, it's a matter of time before they get to me. These guys are all going to make deals. So what I think, listen, Robin Williams, you know, I'm a big fan of his.
Me too.
But I just find it odd how he hung himself. You know how they all hung themselves? Like, if you were going to plan a suicide, maybe they were murdered, Boris. Who knows? Maybe they were. Isn't it funny how Epstein hung himself? Robin Williams hung himself? Lincoln Park hung himself? They all hung themselves with bed sheets, huh? You notice that?
Maybe that's just the way to do it. I don't know.
No, because you know why? I'll teach you guys a trick. Ready for this, guys? If you strangle somebody with a bed sheet while they're on the floor and you pull up on them, after you kill them, you could just hang it from the fucking ceiling fan. Where did this guy from Lincoln Park, how did he kill himself anyway? What did he do? From a ceiling fan or from a balcony?
I just heard he hung himself. I don't know exactly.
I mean, if I go to a hotel room now, even in Boris's house, where do I find a spot to hang myself that's going to hold my 160 fucking pound ass? When you fall...
A door.
Stop. No. Hold on.
Yeah.
I think he actually did it from a door, from a bathroom door, right? They did it from a door?
Any door will hang you.
Or like a
door.
Yeah, a door. Yeah.
Believe me. A door will hang you. He goes, yo, stop being a bitch. Dudes who went to jail or something that ain't even done a crime in this, that's not even a crime in the States. You know what I'm saying?
When it was a crime. Come on, man.
I don't know, man.
Dumb analogy.
It seems like they got a short end of the stick to me, boss.
Listen, this is the deal, okay? Very simple, okay? I don't care if this shit's legal now.
I know I didn't read that right, sick, but all right.
I know it's not illegal now as much. They decriminalized things, but years ago when something was illegal, and they told you if you sell it and we catch you, we're putting you in jail. They put you in jail. You made the fucking decision. Stop being a bitch. Do your time. Shut the fuck up. And that's it.
And we ain't even talking about weed. We're not even talking about cocaine and shit like that, man. It's weed, bruh. Nature growing shit.
I know. I don't agree. I don't agree with anybody going to jail for weed. But there's one problem, though. When they say it's illegal, and they're going to put you in jail for it, and you do it, and you get locked up, you can't bitch about it. You chose to do that, you know? You know what I'm saying? You chose to do that. That's it.
True.
Done deal. You made a decision.
You knew the consequences.
Right,
Exactly.
and you went forth anyway.
Exactly.
I mean, if you do that in Colorado, you would have been good. But if you do it in New York, you're fucked. If you get caught.
Like I said,
Or
man.
whatever the fuck.
I just find it very odd when I see a bunch of people in the same industry all killing themselves, and at the same time there's just so much fucking scandal going on and corruption in that industry, and people are getting locked up, and there's certain things going on. You notice in Hollywood the past 3 or 4 years, what was the biggest thing going on in Hollywood? Like, corruption. It was all fucking rape, sexual harassment, the casting couch they're talking about, private parties, there's sex ring. They've been talking about this sex ring for a lot longer than that. Jeffrey Epstein, if you talk about that Washington D.C., they call Pizzagate. And I'll be honest, Pizzagate was a bullshit story.
But it opened up the fucking floodgates.
But I will say, every lie got a little bit of truth to it. So whoever started the Pizzagate thing might have did it intentionally to bring out the other shit. And whose names?
Do you think it was maybe an accident that they just fucking accidentally popped open this fucking can of worms?
I can also say I find it very odd that Seth Rich, who was involved in the Bernie Sanders campaign, you remember him, right? Seth Rich?
I don't.
Yeah, he was gunned down in Washington, D.C. He was shot in the back. No one robbed him. He had no problem. This is a regular, nice little, college kid. Not involved in anything illegal. He was working for the Bernie Sanders or something like that. Or he's working for the Democratic Party for all of them. And then whenever that whole corruption thing came out where Hillary Clinton robbed the election, and they said that this guy possibly, he's going to the bathroom, this guy possibly might have been the one to leak everything out to WikiLeaks and stuff. They were doing a whole big episode. All of a sudden, they got all shut down. But that detective from Washington, D.C., there was a detective, he was a black guy. He's like a 20-year veteran. So listen, I've been working here for 20 fucking years. When someone gets shot in the back, they're not robbed, and they have no problems with nobody, they're not married, there's no insurance policies on them, this was a fucking hit. He was killed for a reason. They just don't. People don't randomly get shot in the streets. Right. It's a serious thing, killing someone. Actually, for a guy who was robbing 20, 30 hours from somebody, walking out of a bar. Guy walks out of a bar, gets shot 2 blocks away from his house. It's like somebody was waiting there for him. They knew which way he walked home. So what I'm saying is, then you find the guy who worked for the Democratic Party. He worked for the campaign.